What's up? Welcome back to another video. My name is Michaela, aka Moe Kickz, and today I'll be showing you guys how I create mock-ups for my custom shoes using Procreate on my iPad. If that sounds like something you're interested in, then keep on watching. So the main things you're going to need, obviously, is an iPad, an Apple Pencil, and download Procreate. Next, you're going to want to get a picture off the internet of the actual shoe that you're going to be painting, upload it to your workspace, and start outlining it. I like to use a technical pen that already comes programmed into Procreate's brush options. You really just need a basic outline of the shoes so that you know what you're putting on each panel, but you can get as detailed as you like. You can draw in all the stitching, little accents on the shoe, or whatever you want. Once you've outlined one shoe, you can go to your layers, duplicate that layer you just outlined, and then flip it so that you have a mirrored version of the first outline you did. Then you're going to want to merge both layers together, and now you have the outlines of the outer side of your shoe as well as the inner side of your shoe. Or it could be the outer sides of both shoes, inner sides of both shoes, however you want to map it out. Now that you have the outline of your shoe sketched out, you want to go in with the concept. For this pair, the theme was Toy Story, so I'm going to be using a few different characters from the movie as inspiration. When I'm designing something like this, I usually plan on making the shoe exactly the way I sketched it out. Since I plan on making these characters as realistic as possible, instead of redrawing them in my sketch, I'm just going to use images off the internet incorporated in the sketch as my reference photos. So when you pull images off the internet, you want to look for images that are PNG files or that have transparent backgrounds. That way you don't have to do what I'm doing here and erasing the background from the image that I need. There is a different way of doing this, but it's a little complicated to explain. So I'm just going to show you the easiest way I know how. Another thing that can help you with a custom is by taking that image and making a stencil out of it. So if you're not that great at freehand drawing this on the shoe, you can create stencils for yourself and then make sure the stencil has certain details that can help you as a guide to make sure that you paint this character as accurately as possible. So when I make stencils for my characters, I just make sure that I have the silhouette of the character so that I have the proportions all correct. And then I go in and erase important details like the eyes and the mouth so that when I lay my stencil down, it already has the layout of their face, if that makes sense. And as long as I have these key details already kind of mapped out within my stencil, once I go in to sketch out the rest of the details in the character, I already have a pretty good idea of the proportions. So to get an idea of how your stencil is going to look, you're going to want to go to your layers and select the layer that you're working on and click Alpha Lock. This will then lock your image and it won't allow you to draw anywhere else besides the area that you've already drawn. So since I locked this layer, I can only draw on the area of Buzz and Woody, and it won't get on the background. So I like to go in and cover it completely in black, and this is how my stencil is gonna look. When you're satisfied with the way your stencil looks, you want to turn off the background and then save it as a PNG file so that when you upload it to your Cricut design space, it'll upload without a background. I already had all of my images drawn out and uploaded to Cricut Design Space. Once you upload it, you're going to want to select it and then press Add to Canvas. And now you're free to resize it and do whatever it is that you need to do in order to make your stencil. When you got it to the size that you need, go to the top right corner and click Make and proceed to cut out your stencil. If you need a tutorial on how to lay your stencils on shoes, you can go check out one of my previous videos, which I'll have linked down below in the description. Now that you have the main theme of your shoe figured out, you're going to want to take elements from this theme, whether it's the characters, colors, recognizable patterns, accents, or the setting of your theme into consideration for your design. So when it comes to characters like Buzz and Woody, I like to use the patterns of their clothing or like Buzz's spacesuit as the base of the design. So besides having the characters on there, you still want something more that really screams Toy Story or the theme that you're working with. Since both shoes are not going to be identical, I'm going to bring in the pattern of Andy's wallpaper into the design just to really tie the design of both shoes together. Instead of filling in a section by hand the way I was just doing, you can go to the layer where you drew your outline on, click on it, and then choose Reference, and now go to a new layer, and then grab the color that you want to use from the top right corner, drag it over to the area that you want to fill with that color, and then it'll just automatically fill within your outline. Now this is going to be the area where I use the wallpaper pattern. So instead of drawing it all in by hand, I'm just going to use the picture that I grabbed off the internet and place it over the layer that I just filled in with that dark blue. Then you're going to want to click on that layer where you have the pattern on and select Clipping Mask. And it'll automatically clip and mask over the area that I had filled in previously with the dark blue. This is just a little trick I like to do to speed up the process of creating my sketch. I don't like to spend too much time on intricate details, so I try to do it as easy as possible just to get the point across to my customer of how their pair is going to look. Because obviously when I make the real shoe, I'm going to spend time and do majority of the design by hand. Alright, so now what I'm doing is adding in different elements from Buzz and Woody's character that are recognizable onto the shoe. I'm using the plaid pattern on Woody's shirt, I'm using the cow print on his vest, as well as the print of his bandana around his neck. And then with Buzz, obviously he's just green and purple, but I'm also adding in little accents like the buttons on his spacesuit, the red and white stripes on the wings. On the other side of the shoe, which you'll see in a moment, I also have the Lightyear sticker, as well as his laser sticker on the heel of the shoe. Once I have my pattern laid out the way I want it to be, that's when I go in and take those characters that we had cut out earlier and I figure out a good placement for them. When you're doing characters like this, you want to make sure that you place it in a spot that's going to be easy to paint, specifically their face. Because if you try to paint the character where like part of their eye is on one panel and the other eye is on the panel behind it, it might distort the proportions of your face, and it'll also make it very difficult to blend the areas around it to make it look as if it's on one flat surface. So here is the actual shoes that I made. As you can see, it's pretty accurate to the sketch that I showed you guys. Sketching things out like this on Procreate really helps me in the process when I make shoes, whether it's really simple or a very complicated design. Hopefully this video will help you guys out when you're trying to come up with your own designs. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments below and I'll try my best to answer them. If you like this video, please hit that thumbs up, as well as subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on your post notifications to get notified every time I post a new video.